Hi. Like me, you might like having popcorn as a snack, and when you do it at home, it's actually surprisingly healthy and easy to make. I'm going to be showing you two spice mixes that I like, and I'll be showing you how to do it in both a Stovetop Popcorn Maker and a wok. I don't actually have a wok, but I have a skillet that's shaped like a wok, so I'll be using that. So, let's start off with the spices, because you'll need to add those as soon as the popcorn is done cooking. Starting off with the Savory Turmeric spice mix, you'll add an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, an 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder, an 1/8 teaspoon of turmeric, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. And optionally, you can add a dash of thyme. It can add a bit of bitterness if you add too much, but I like the flavor. You're going to want to grind that up because the finer the powder is, the more it can cohere to the popcorn and spread evenly. You'll end up with something that looks a bit like this. Next are Arizona rub. You'll add an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, or normal paprika if you don't have it, an 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder, and the secret ingredient, obviously Arizona rub. I've tried to recreate the flavor of this at home or make it, but I have not been able to. So if you don't have it, I have no idea what you can replace it with. If anyone knows, please tell me in the comments. You're going to want to grind this up as well. You'll end up with something that looks a bit like this. Starting off with the wok, you're going to want to add a bit of oil to cover the bottom. Then you're going to want to add more because you're too used to using the Stovetop Popcorn Maker and haven't used the wok strategy in a while. Then the trick with the wok is to add a couple kernels at the beginning, and then once those pop, that means it's hot enough to add the rest. So you're going to want to cover that, turn it to medium-high, and wait until those kernels pop. Once that happens, you're going to want to transfer the rest of your kernels into the wok and try and keep it uncovered for as little as possible. That way you can preserve the heat. Then mix it around a little bit to get the oil all mixed through, but try to keep it on the fire as long as possible. You're going to want to turn it down as soon as you add the kernels. That way they don't burn when they pop. Once it's fully popped, you're going to want to add the spice mix of your choosing and mix it as thoroughly as you can. You don't want any flavorless pieces of popcorn in there. Then you have popcorn. This is done. Moving on to the stovetop, you're going to want to add some oil at the bottom to cover it, thin covering. Then, different from the wok strategy, you're going to add all of your half cup of kernels and turn it to medium-high. I do it a little higher than it recommends, but that just might be for my stove. Then you're going to want to keep turning this throughout. That's what makes it so it doesn't burn. Rather than the shape of the wok, it's the turning mechanism inside. Once the popping starts to slow down, like so, you're going to want to add the spice mix of your choosing and mix very fast. That way it can be mixed through very thoroughly. Be warned though, it is loud. Once it's done, you have popcorn. That's really all there is to it.